Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Faye Watt, and let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Wilton Women's Week, a queer celebration, blooms in Florida. It's no secret. Wilton Manors knows how to throw a party. But this spring, Florida's queer capital is doing more than celebrating. It's holding space for queer women, for non-binary folks, for healing, for art, and for the power of community. From April 26th to May 4th, the city will host the very first Wilton Women's Week, or WWW, a vibrant week-long celebration uplifting LGBTQ women and non-binary people. Imagine community morning events, nighttime dance parties, queer storytelling, laughter-filled brunches with literary icon Rita Mae Brown, and more. It's not just a moment. It's a movement. Organized by the Pride Center at Equality Park and Women with Pride, WWW isn't just about events. It's a heartfelt response to the underrepresentation of queer women and non-binary people, even in LGBTQ spaces. From LGBTQ theater with the Lesbian Thespians to art exhibitions at the Stonewall Museum and even a spiritual wellness session. WWW offers something for every soul. Whether you're local or flying in for the vibes, Wilton Women's Week is calling. Get more information on wiltonwomensweek.org. So I'm really excited about this. I can't believe it's the first time, and I'm really, really excited that it is the first time, and it is Wilton. WWW, let's do oil wrestling. No, big shout out going out to Skirt Magazine and Women with Pride for having this vision and being able to go to Robert Boo over at the Pride Center and saying, I want to do this, being able to go to Hunters and saying, I want to collaborate and do this. They have something for everyone, right? From a kickoff at Hunters to Ruby Fruit Jungle, Rita Mae. I mean, like, I want to see her. Like, she's in her 80s. Like, I can't believe that she's going to come here and be a part of this. I'm so excited for that. We've got a comedy night at Sunshine Cathedral right here on the campus that we're at, that the incredible Dr. Anna Lepoli is going to be one of the comedians, and she's a freaking riot. They've got so many things going on for a week full of fun.
Yes.
Women's, it's going to be incredible. And Wilton Manors is the perfect place to have a week-long event about women, for women, and for the people who love us, right?
Right. Well, I think it's important because I want to see women out all the time in our community. I want to see more. I want to see them more present in our community.
You love women.
Well, I do. I'm sorry. I can't. We've talked about that. But anyway,
it's not a bad thing, but it's rarity for gay boys to love women as much and want to be surrounded by them. As a woman, it's okay. You're in a safe space. Right. I understand, and, for many gay boys, I'm their only lesbian friend. And I've been told oh, you're fun. It's a surprise and shit. You know what I mean? So thank you
I just think it's a great way, and creating space will allow it to create more space in the future. And until this happens, I think we need that, and it'll be great to see. I'm excited to see what's going to happen and what all they pull off, and I'm sure that they are ecstatic.
It's important to go to these type of events because you're supporting, women's businesses, organizations, I've gone to, a couple of theater productions from Lesbian Thespians and stuff. This is actually good to, really invest money in the community this way too, and to support the lesbian and non-binary queer women that we have in our community. And especially if you're new in town and you're looking for something to do and to identify and, find a group of people, women specific, that are, have the same interests as you. So this is perfect for that.
Not just that, I'm glad that we're starting to do week events like P-Town does. Not to compare us to P-Town all the time, but when I used to work up there, they had all sorts of they had multiple different types of women's weeks and men's weeks and Bear Week, and 4th of July was the unofficial Twink Week, but but I think it's wonderful to have because we talk about sometimes I don't mind that Wilton Manors is sometimes a sausage fest, but sometimes it shouldn't always be a sausage fest, and you can't do that unless you make space by doing actual events like this. We need women in this community. If we didn't have women in this community, we wouldn't have Apartment 9F, and I just love their food and cocktails too much.
Oh, Carol. Oh, my God, that bread pudding. I can live on that bread pudding.
Oh,
my God.
I know.
Sorry. Yeah.
But, the one thing I will advise Wilton Manors with Women's Week, just be careful if you do a baby dyke weekend, because we would do that in P-Town, and that was the one time we'd have to have security to keep
Extra security.
Well, because it looks like a bunch of Justin Biebers are fighting. Just saying.
Listen, now more than ever, it's important for our community to unite, for all the letters to unite, right? And I don't mean to be like that person that's going to make you feel guilty, gay boys, but I'm going to. right? During the AIDS crisis, the people that were at your bedside were lesbians, okay? And it's so often forgotten by this new generation. You know, they were just raised in a place where G and the L were completely separated. Back during that time, we didn't have a choice, you know? Most men weren't out to their families, or their families didn't want to help them with AIDS, and the lesbians were there to help them, you know? And we have to go back to those times without having a pandemic be the reason why we have to go back to those times. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Support one another. That's really what it's all about. And then learn something while you're there.
Right. And it also attracts to these businesses, like Edward said, you know, women's weeks invite people to come from other places.
Right.
You know, once they know that we're having a women's week, right? Yes, we have Tropical Bear Week. We have a great time at Tropical Bear Week, but we also have Wilton Women's Week, right? Acknowledge it and come enjoy with us. Well, that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.